A story a week, the mind's masterpiece, a work of art from heart to heart. Tales of wonder, wonder she inspires. Upon her canvas, worlds are built, hearts are healed, hopes restored, dreams revealed, puzzles solved, faiths take flight, good works are born. A story a week. Sit back and relish this week's story.
Sealed by love.
Set me as a seal upon your
The wedding bells chimed. Everyone rose to their feet as the bride, radiant and graceful, was escorted down the aisle by her father. Sebyl, who was sitting at the edge of the aisle, watched with admiration. The bride was beautiful. She was deeply loved. Together with the groom, they radiated something pure and rare. When everyone was seated, the pastor stepped up to the pulpit and opened to the Song of Solomon, the crowd eager to hear a message that would suit the occasion. He spoke of a woman who had only heard of the love of a king, strong, steadfast, unrelenting. This king didn't wait for her to be worthy. He loved her first, regardless, and his love pulled her. But the woman, aware of her frailty, could only whisper, "Draw me in." Sebyl sat still, caught between fascination and surprise. She had never heard a sermon from this book before. As the pastor read, "Set me as a seal upon your heart, as a seal upon your arm," her heart skipped once, twice, again and again. The love described was fiery, stronger than death, unquenchable by flood or fire. "I want to experience this kind of love," she thought, then quietly added, "God," she prayed softly, "if you truly love me, give me a man who would love like that." She was so lost in her thoughts that she didn't notice the moment the couple was called forward to exchange their vows. As the bride held the ring and spoke, Sebyl silently imagined her own unknown love. In her mind's eye, she was a bride herself, dressed in beauty, walking slowly toward a groom she hadn't yet met, yet knew. Her face glowed with a joy she had never felt before. Then came the kiss. The room clapped, and Sebyl's hands joined in. But her heart whispered once more, "Lord, I want to experience this kind of love." But almost instantly, a shadow of doubt entered. How could something so pure ever reach someone like me? That night, Sebyl sat on her bed, Bible open to the Song of Solomon. The verses were still echoing inside her. "Dear God," she said, "if you really love me, give me a love like that." Then she closed her Bible and laid down, drifting to sleep with that prayer on her lips. Then came a dream. In that dream, she stood at the center of a wide desert. Wind swirled gently around her. In the distance stood a figure, bright and radiant, indistinct, glowing with the deepest hue of red. Her feet were heavy. She longed to move toward it, but couldn't. Then a voice spoke. "Come." It wasn't loud. It wasn't harsh, but it held power. Suddenly she could step forward. Then she took another step, then another, then another. The desert shifted beneath her, and she began to run, drawn toward that light. Then, as if time gave way to eternity, she found herself before a throne, high, holy, majestic, surrounded by colors she couldn't name, light that didn't burn but healed, and sounds like 1,000 songs sung all at once, yet melodic, angelic, and overwhelming. She saw living creatures bowing to the one who sat on the throne, elders casting their crowns. Then the voice came again. Come closer. She fell to her knees this time. I'm not worthy, she wept, shielding her eyes with trembling hands. But I am for you, said the voice. Then Sebyl woke. Her face was wet with tears. The first thing she saw was the golden morning light streaming quietly through her window like a whisper of confirmation. That day, everything felt different. She walked slower but lighter. She ate little but felt full. Her thoughts drifted again and again to the throne in the dream, the wind, the voice. For the first time in her life, Sebyl felt the love of God, a love that didn't demand but drew her in, just like the woman in the Song of Solomon. She felt whole, she felt complete. And in the days that followed, her prayers changed. They weren't longer or louder, but truer. She prayed in spirit, in honesty, in love, because she felt loved. The ache to be loved faded, because she had encountered the purest form of love, a love that reached her despite her inability to love back. God's love had birthed in her the desire to love Him in return. Her journal, which was once full of questions, now bore the ink of trust. And sometimes when she sat still enough, she could feel it again. That breeze sweeping her into the throne room presence of God. She never forgot the dream, not just because of how vivid it was, but because it was more real than most of her waking life. And now, when she reads the Song of Solomon, draw me after you, let us run, she whispers back joyfully, I am running to you daily.
Oh, love that seals me never to part. You've written me deep in your heart. I'm drawn to you. I run to you. Your love is strong. Your love is true.
Sebyl's story is one of longing, grace, and a love that finds us right where we are. May it remind you that the love of Christ is not earned. It calls, it draws, it restores, it seals us in. Like the woman in the Song of Solomon, we don't need to get it all together before we can answer His call. And like John in Revelation, we are not mere spectators, but we are sons and daughters who have been invited near by the Sovereign One. Let the story stir your heart. Christ doesn't need you to fix yourself. The wind of His Spirit is already drawing you home. If this story spoke to you, subscribe for more that will inspire and lift your soul every week. And until next time, walk in peace, love, and in the full assurance that you have been sealed by the love of Christ.